Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Arcane and Stellar, and I'm here with another pick a card reading. So this reading is going to be your feelings versus their feelings. So we're going to be looking at, you and your person's feelings towards each other right now in this current energy. Just note that this is a timeless reading though, so if you do come across it later on, just know that the energies will probably be current for you at that particular moment whenever you find this and whenever you come across it. Now, with that being said, we have piles 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you can find the timestamps down below. And then I just wanted to note something about the decks that I'm using today. So, as always, I always put the decks I'm using in each video down in the description box. I usually link to Amazon. Now, with the particular deck that we're using today on the top, that cannot be found on Amazon, so I wanted to show you guys the deck so that in case you liked it, you could go ahead and find it yourself. So it's the Bluebirds Tarot, which is a Japanese tarot deck. I ordered it off eBay from Japan, actually. So it just actually came today, so I'm super excited to use it. And it does only have the major arcana in it, which is very typical of Japanese tarot decks. But I think it would be cool, I thought it'd be cool to use as an overall energy that's flowing between the two of you right now. And then I want to say also a big, huge thank you to Betia, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but she got this off the wish list. So it's the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards. Thank you so much. And I have been in touch with you about offering, your reading as a thank you. So, so guys, with that being said, if you do get something off the wish list of either of my wish lists, be sure to leave your email so then I can get in touch with you. Because I always give a thank you reading, in return for anything that's got, bought off my wish list. And then, as well, if you also, that's one way to get a personal reading. If you want, you can also go through Etsy, where, I sell 1 question, 2 question, 3 question, 4 question, monthly insight readings, different types of readings. And by the way, as I'm filming this right now, there are 6 Women's Day special readings in stock left, and I'm going to keep them till they sell out. And what that is basically is 10% off the regular 2 question reading. So it's just the same thing as a 2 question reading. It's just renamed and has a discount. So yeah, and all my readings are private, unlisted video readings, okay, specific to you. Anyways, with that being said, guys, I will probably go ahead and start the reading now so I don't bother you so much with my intro. But I am wishing everybody lots of good health. Stay careful, stay safe, and just wishing you all the very best right now. And I will see you in your reading. Hey everyone! So if you chose pile number 1, this is going to be your reading. So on pile number 1, we've got the green calcite. So pretty stone. So let's see, what is going on between you and your person in terms of your feelings? Let's find out. So as your overall energy with the Bluebird Tarot, we've got the Empress. So this is kind of the energy that's flowing between the two of you. Then we have your feelings. So the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Judgment card. And then we also have a date on your end. And then we have the King of Wands on their end, the 5 of Cups, as well as the 8 of Pentacles. And then we have the Grim Reaper on their end. Then for your song we have The Heart Wants What It Wants by Selena Gomez. So that's the song that came out here. So, with the overall energy of the Empress between the two of you right now, does remind me of Venus energy, so attraction, beauty, love, perhaps even, or at least infatuation. It does seem like that exists between the two of you. There is general attraction. There is this desire between the two of you. You both find each other abundant in some way, or at least fulfilling in some way, some kind of like whatever stage you are in the relationship, there's attraction there between the two of you. But I see that perhaps there are some complications, in the feelings area. So, on your energy, we have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Judgment card. What I see here with the Page of Wands going to the Knight of Wands is that there's been some sort of progression in terms of your feelings. Perhaps the attraction has grown a little bit stronger. Also, the courage has perhaps grown a little bit stronger as well. It almost feels like you've gotten to some point where you know you have to make a choice with the Judgment card, as well as, with just this combination and this flow of cards. I feel like there's this desire on your end, or this knowing, this feeling within you that there has to be some kind of action made here, that there has to be something that, happens in order for this to progress. So there could have been some, for some of you, this could be a relationship in which there is attraction, but there hasn't been much movement. There's desire for it on your part, but perhaps lately you've been really feeling like, okay, it's now or never. I've got to do something right now about this. I need to kind of, decide whether I'm in or out of this, attraction. We also have date. So it says meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan or set a date. So for some of you, it's like, maybe that's your feelings right now. It's like, should I ask them out again, or at all for the first time? Should I make a move? Should I wait for them to make a move? This could be just, kind of what's going on in your feelings. You're not sure what your status is or how you should go forward with this connection. With that, with this combination of cards on your end. So on their end, we have the King of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. This is kind of interesting. So we have here with the Grim Reaper, which says the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. Sorry if that's not in focus. It does seem like they're mourning something. Perhaps it's some way that they felt that they've screwed up the relationship. Or feeling like in some way they've failed. And this could be their own self-doubt, their own self-pity. In which they feel like they've kind of screwed things up. And in the King of Wands, I do see that the passion is mutual between the two of you. Like, there is passion that exists between the two of you. But there is this energy of kind of waiting and continuing to work on it, continuing to try to wait for something to happen. Perhaps they feel like, for some of you, if this resonates, they may have made a step towards you before. It didn't go like they planned, and now they kind of think that they don't have a second chance, so they can't really do anything about it. For others of you, it's like they are really wanting to transform this relationship in some way, to grow it some more. But again, there could be this energy of not being sure if it's possible. Now, with the song we have, The Heart Wants What It Wants by Selena Gomez. So we'll go ahead and look at the lyrics for that. And some of you might already know this song, but it says, you got me sipping on something I can't compare to nothing I've ever known. I'm hoping that after this fever I'll survive. I know I'm acting a bit crazy, strung out a little bit hazy. Hand over heart, I'm praying that I'm gonna make it out alive. The bed's getting cold and you're not here. The future that we hold is so unclear. But I'm not alive until you call, and I'll bet the odds against it all. Save your advice, 'cause I won't hear. You might be right, but I don't care. There's a million reasons why I should give you up, but the heart wants what it wants. And then it says, you've got me scattered in pieces, shining like stars and screaming, lighting me up like Venus. Oh, that's funny. Bad person. Wow. But then you disappear and make me wait, and every second's like torture, hell over trip, no more so, finding a way to let go. Baby, baby, no, I can't escape. The bed's getting cold, etc., etc. And then this is a modern fairy tale, no happy endings, no wind in our sails, but I can't imagine a life without breathless moments breaking me down. That's kind of like that. I feel like that's the energy of your person, or the energy, unless the energy's flipped for you guys. It's kind of like no happy endings. There might be this worry on your person's end that there couldn't be a happy ending for this connection in some way. But I see that, like, nevertheless, I said there's attraction here as the overall flowing energy between the two of you. So there, it's like you can't say no to it. It's hard. And I feel like you're at the point where it's like, it's now or never. It's got to happen. Something's got to give. So I'm going to take a few. I want to take, sorry, I apologize. I would like to take a Lover's Oracle for this. So I'm going to go ahead and just shuffle these on camera. So what is the message about number one? What is the message about number one? About this relationship and this connection. Holy smokes. We have healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Is there another message for pile number one regarding this connection? Whoops. Time. You're trying too hard and give it time. That can be sometimes the thing with the wands. Fire energy can sometimes be very. I'm an Aries everything, as some of you may know, and Aries Venus in particular. And there can be this desire to really just get things going right away, very passionate type of feelings. And so, yeah, I'm the type that's like, you know, rushes into things. And there could be a desire for you to kind of want to rush into things, to push things for some of you. And that's maybe not a message for all of you, okay? Remember, this is a general reading. So if that doesn't apply to you and you haven't really been pushing it too much, then don't worry about it. New beginning. So a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So it does seem like, and I feel like this is your energy. You are wanting to make some kind of new beginning with this person. You want to start something. Whether that's, you know, restarting an old relationship or beginning something completely new. There's this desire to have this new beginning. And I feel like you're pretty hot after it, like you're really wanting it, at least on your end. It does seem like your person's got a few issues in regards to this. And there could be some healing that they need to do from past connections, or it could be with you. But I see that energy of the Five of Cups. Perhaps they feel like they've screwed it up between the two of you in some way already. But, you know, with that being said, perhaps, you know, you could help this person see that they haven't by, you know, maybe making that first move or trying to make a move towards them. For those of you that aren't in love relationships, a similar energy exists. But with the Empress, you know, I would say that it's not attraction, but maybe like a nurturing type of feeling, a caring, loving, sort of motherly type of feeling, rather than, you know, romantic, for instance. And again, I would say the energies are very similar in terms of that. But also on your person's end, I want to say they have like the King of Wands. And it's just interesting because Page and Knight, King, right? The King is a little bit more mature in terms of energy. As you can see, instead of like, you know, going on the journey, you know, or about to battle the dragon, we see somebody who's planning, you know, at a map. So it does indicate a little bit more controlled energy in terms of passion. So it could be because they're trying to plan out how this could go forward, how to move forward in this connection. I do feel like that's the case too with the Eight of Pentacles. A lot of planning and thinking right now, rather than perhaps doing. So that's maybe why it's up to you to kind of make a choice here, at least in terms of the feelings that I'm seeing here for you. So I do hope that this reading gives you some guidance for right now and what's going on in your connection. You know, if you liked it, you can go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you want. If you picked pile number one, let me know so that I can give your comment a heart. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, you can find all that down in the description box. You can either do it through buying a reading through my Etsy store, or you can if you get me something off either of my wish lists, I always give a reading as a thank you, you know, in return for the gift. So it's kind of like an exchange. So and it doesn't matter, by the way, with the wish list how much you spend. I always am happy to, you know, provide a reading as a thank you. So guys, I really hope that all of you are staying safe and healthy out there. Take care of yourselves, and I'm really wishing you the best in your connection, and I will see you all in the next reading. Take care. Hi guys, so if you chose pile number 2 with the Celestite, this is going to be your reading. So let's see. What are the feelings with you versus your person, okay? So with the Bluebirds Tarot, we're going to be taking one card for just the overall flowing energy between you, and that is strength. So strength, shows a lion, a woman holding a lion. And it can talk about sometimes battling our inner demons, battling our feelings, trying to make the best decision, to do things in a healthy way, to do things in a gentle way. So there is this energy of trying to control the situation between the two of you right now, control perhaps your feelings on both sides as well. It does talk to, I always think with the infinity symbol, of a relationship that is sort of in some way always connected. So it could be that with this person you have a connection that just doesn't quite ever seem to go away, and may never in some way. Now, in terms of your feelings, we've got the Justice card. We've got Judgment. And we've got the Moon. And then we've got the Butterfly as well with your energy. And then we've got on their end the Four of Cups, the Sun, and the Page of Swords, as well as Abundance on their end. And then for your song, we have End of the Affair by Ben Howard. So that's your guys' song, which we'll get into a little bit later. So again, with the energy between you guys, I see strength. So it does indicate that there is this control that each of you are trying to have. So it could be on both sides, trying to hold yourself back a little bit, to tame yourself a bit in terms of your feelings. On your person's end, which is down here, we have the Four of Cups. And this deck, by the way, I want to say a big thank you to Eric, because Eric actually got me this deck off my wish list, and it's the Housewife's Tarot. It's a very cool deck. It got that retro vibe. And actually, I posted it on my story, but yeah, it's a pretty cool deck. But yeah, it's interesting because the Four of Cups in this particular deck does show a woman trying to abstain from alcohol. So it could be that your person feels you're a bit addictive to them. Yeah, so it's like she's already finished 3 and now there's a 4th glass being handed to her and she's kind of like, no. And the guidebook actually has a really interesting interpretation for this card, which could, very well fit in with your person's feelings, is that, it can be about overindulgence and too much of a good thing. And there could be something about this that feels like too much of a good thing, that feels like an overindulgence, especially with the Sun card coming right after, in terms of like this person really feeling like you bring a lot of sunshine to their life. But we'll get into that in a second. But with the Four of Cups, again, that, wanting to abstain a little bit is because, overindulgence can lead to either boredom or, as this deck says in the guidebook, rehab. Right? So there could be a bit of a fear on your person's side about this connection, and that's maybe why for some of you might be seeing in the physical that they are a little bit held back, a little bit distant in some way. But again, with the Sun, I see that you bring this person a lot of happy feelings. You brighten their day in some way, or they brighten their life in some way. I feel like with that card, it's like when you smile, they smile, that type of energy. And we have the Abundance card, so it says keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. So you do bring a certain amount of bliss to this person's life, and that's definitely reflected with the Sun card in terms of the feelings. There's something about you that's just, they can't get enough of. It's kind of like when people go to the tanning booth and they can't stop. It's like there's something about you, this person, just, it's like they go, you're like the tanning booth. They just can't stop tanning. My stepmother loves to tan. But totally random information. It just reminds me of that. Like, she just has that addiction to the sun. And that's kind of what that combo reminds me of. The Page of Swords. Yeah, this person could be feeling like very inquisitive about you. They could be kind of really interested in you. They could be addicted to your social media, or like checking you out, or trying to find out more information about you. In terms of feelings, even if they're not speaking to you, they want to know more. They want to discover more. And that's like kind of how they're feeling. The Page of Swords is a person, like in this deck, the guidebook mentions that it's the kid that says, why? And this could be the type of energy this person has, wanting to know more, trying to uncover more. Why do I feel this way? Why do I, the different whys. So that's kind of what's going on in their feelings right now. Now, in terms of your feelings, we have all major arcana. So that does tell me that many of you are going through a huge shift, or this relationship represents huge energy for you. I feel like this isn't a light connection, especially on your end, because of all this major arcana. So we have Justice, which is depicted with a mother, spanking her son with a wooden spoon, which, by the way, I've had one of these broken over my backside before. My stepmother loved physical punishment when I was about 7 or so. She also ripped my earring out of my ear. She's kind of mean sometimes. She said she was sorry, so I forgave her. I'm sure that she just did what she thought was a good idea at the time, but it hurt. But justice, it's fairness. It represents fairness. It represents balance. It also can represent unfairness. So there could be there are feelings within you towards this person right now that does speak of these topics of fairness or unfairness for some of you. Some of you may be feeling as if things have been unfair or unbalanced in some way. That could be because of this Four of Cups, because this person could be giving you mixed signals in terms of how they feel. Because it's like, no, and then it's like, oh, you make me happy. So there could be, you feeling as if there's some justice that needs to be served in this relationship, that there needs to be some fairness, some balance and stuff like that. With Judgment tends to be the wake-up call. It is wanting to move forward, usually, to make a decision based off of, what is in the best interest for all. And so you may be trying to figure out and gain some clarity about this, about this relationship, about where you need to go to get it to move forward, especially because we have the butterfly here. So it says relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child, and growth. So you're just trying to figure out how to make this happen. I do feel like many of you have been going through an epiphany of some kind about whether to give up or move forward, or somehow, again, fix things in some way, and with the Moon card there, there could be some confusion on your end on how to go about this, how to move forward with this relationship. You might be unsure and unclear on how this person's feeling. That could be why you're here. It can talk about intuition as well, following our instincts. So maybe that's what you're trying to do, is just follow your instincts in this relationship. Again, you might also feel an instinctual pull to this person. It's like you just know, especially with the Judgment card and the Moon right there together, it's like you just know that this is meant to be, and you just got to figure out how to make it happen and how to balance it out in the right way as well. With Judgment, you want to have good judgment. And I feel like that's, in terms of your feelings, that is something that's prevalent for you. So, with that being said, we have the song The End of the Affair by Ben Howard. Now, I'm sure that for some of you this song could resonate, but I feel like for many of you maybe it won't. We'll see, I guess, on how you guys react to this this song. But I'm going to go ahead and pull up the lyrics and give it to you anyways. And yeah, I mean, with these songs anyways, it's not always meant to exactly resonate with everybody. It's just kind of an option here for you guys. So we have The End of the Affair, the weight of the world, the kindness gone to bed, the way of your laughter, alive in the halls, did he hear the fumble words you said? My phone's like, I'm dying. Living without her, living at all, seems to slow me down. Living forever, hell I don't know. Do I care, the thunderous rumbled sound. Now I watch her running round in love again. Now I talk about you when I'm with our mutual friends. The end of the affair, and then it kind of repeats the same thing. Living without her, living at all, seems to slow me down. There could be, you know, this person, it's like, again, with that Four of Cups type of energy, could be that this person is really feeling like they can't live without you in some way because you bring so much sunshine to their life. And they're trying to figure out, you know, why do I feel this way? How can I make this happen? Again, there is this feeling of them trying to keep a positive mindset about the outcome of this. I do feel like that they are grateful for you in some way too, because of the Sun. Because it's like you do bring so much happiness to this person. And I do hope, like, I mean, I do feel it as if they are hoping for some kind of positive outcome in terms of this relationship. I think both of you are. But again, this person has some kind of fears perhaps with that Four of Cups. I know it's not exactly associated with fears, but there's something that's, you know, causing them to push away. Again, it could be because it might seem too good to be true, especially with the Page of Swords here in terms of feelings. That's a more, like I said, inquisitive, paranoid type of energy sometimes. Like, you know, they want to know all the answers, and there's not always answers for the way we feel, right? Okay, so I'm going to stop there with this part, and I'm going to go ahead and take a Lover's Oracle card. So let's see. What messages are there for pile number 2? What messages are there for pile number 2? Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create an unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you'll be surprised where it leads. So in terms of following your instincts and your intuition in terms of this connection might be a good idea, especially with this person. And then it says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. That's a good message. Let's see. Any other messages for pile number 2? Messages pile number 2 regarding this connection. And perhaps that's the energy this person needs to be in with the Sun. It's like, let yourself feel joyful. Don't be so like negative or, you know, inquisitive and questioning everything. And then we have time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. And then deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So following your intuition. If you feel like this connection, if you've been feeling like this is somehow meant to be, that it's something that needs to be worked on and fixed, again, you might already know the answer, that this is where it needs to go. You know what I mean? And then opposite for some of you, if you feel like this isn't a connection worth pursuing anymore because this person's just frustrating the heck out of you, then again, maybe you already know the answer to this, you know, about what you need to do. Because the Judgment is really about, in terms of feelings, having that wake-up call, and knowing that you have to go forward in some way, that you have to leave the past behind, that you need to kind of have a clean slate, whether it's in this relationship, which I feel like many of you, that's what you want, is for this relationship to be healed or fixed or grow in some way, evolve, whether it's, you know, you have a previous connection with this person or not. So it says, like it says, you know, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So you need to follow your instincts and your intuition. Again, with, you know, time. Sometimes it takes time. Oh my God, the song, the Scorpion song came in my head. Time, it takes time to win back your love again. I will be there. What is it? Na, na, na. I'm trying to remember the name of the song. It's like a Scorpion song. It's an old song. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of the song. If you know it, tell me. It's like time, it needs time, or something, to win back your love again. I will be there. Oh my gosh, I should know this song, because I'm like, used to listen to Scorpions all the time. Okay, so yeah, again, this is like, I feel like this is for this person. It's like, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. Like, again, like I said, it's like, they're maybe ruining their own happiness sometimes. Life is a series of, yeah. So yeah, and see here again, it's telling you kind of to go with the flow. You know, don't push anything, let it develop, you know, the way that it needs to develop. Yeah, again, you know, letting go a little bit of control. Again, with that strength card, keeping yourself strong, keeping yourself, and I feel like that's the energy between the two of you right now, is like trying to keep yourself strong, trying to, you know, make sure that you don't overreact out of frustration, or let your desires take control of you, over you completely, to where you lose your mind. I do feel like you're in a pretty good headspace for that, though. Even though you have the moon here, you have justice and judgment. So I do feel like that many of you are in a really good headspace right now in terms of this connection. So that's a positive thing right now for you guys. So with that being said, I'm going to shut up now because I've been going on for like 15 minutes and I'm probably bored the heck out of you. So I'm going to let you guys go. As for, you know, personal readings, if you'd like one, that's down in the description box. Etsy is a way that you can purchase a reading. So I have, you know, 1 question, 2 question, 3 question, 4 question, 6-month forecast. I have monthly insights for the, you know, like April, if you're interested in that already, or from now till, you know, the next part of this month, you know, you can get it at any time. And then of course there are my wish lists. I have 2 Amazon wish lists. Anytime anybody, you know, purchases something off the wish list, I always give a reading as a gift in return. So that's another way to get a reading with me. And yeah, guys, I will stop here, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next reading, and I want you all to stay safe and healthy, okay? And take care of yourselves, okay? Bye-bye. Hey guys, so you chose pile number 3 with this beautiful turquoise. This is your reading. My husband got me this from New Mexico recently. And let's see what is going on. So first we've got the energy between the both of you, which is Temperance. That's going to be your overall energy. But that's kind of flowing between the both of you, which is funny because Temperance is all about finding that flow. And then in terms of your feelings right now, we have the 7 of Cups, the Chariot, messing all up, the Chariot, and then the Knight of Cups. And then as well the Sword and the Rose. And then we've got on their end Strength, the 9 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. We also have Hammer on their end and Mask. And for your song, which is funny actually, I just made a connection right now. Like before, when I mentioned that my husband got me this from New Mexico. So your song is Crash Into Me by the Dave Matthews Band. It's just kind of a weird synchronicity for me because I was recently watching the first episode of one of my favorite shows of all time, which is Roswell. And it's the old version, not the newer series. And at the end of the first episode, that's actually the song that plays when the 2 main characters, Max and Liz, see each other. And I love that song, and I always associate it with that scene. And it's just kind of funny because it's Roswell, New Mexico. My husband got me this from New Mexico. Just kind of weird. Anyways, so let's just see here. We've got Temperance, though. So as the overall energy between the 2 of you guys right now, which means that both of you are focused on trying to understand the balance. Man, my nails are messed up. Okay, there we go. Understanding the balance between each other, trying to find balance and peaceness, you know, peacefulness, peacefulness between the 2 of you. For some of you, this connection could be flowing fairly well with just a few hiccups right now. For others of you, it could be that you're stepping back at this point of time to try to regain some kind of balance. So some of you know, both of you could be taking a break, but for some of you, it might be that things are going fairly well between the 2 of you. You know what I mean? So I feel like take that as that resonates for you guys. And I'll explain more as we get into the cards. So with your energy right now and your feelings, we have the 7 of Cups, and then the Chariot and the Knight of Cups. I feel like for many of you, you guys are looking for some kind of, you want to move forward, okay, with the Chariot. You're determined to just somehow move forward. But we have the 7 of Cups, so you can kind of talk about confusion or not being sure what to choose or how to go about something. It can also be about daydreaming too much, thinking too much and not acting enough on your feelings, which is, your feelings are the Knight of Cups. So you are feeling quite romantic towards this person probably, or at least if it's not a romantic connection, feeling very loving towards them. I would say emotionally generous in some way, emotionally open to this person. I do feel like that for many of you, you probably, love this person, whether it's romantic or platonic. There is just some, yeah, like I said, for some of you, you could be held back by fantasy, but for some of you, it just could be not understanding where this is going, like where this is going to pop out, like how to really move this forward. And I see that because of the sword and the rose. It says clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. I feel like for many of you, what you're looking for is truth in this situation, because it could be that this person's been acting a little wishy-washy at times, or giving you mixed signals for some of you. And then for others of you, it just could be that you're just not quite sure how to move forward exactly, even though you really desire that. Also for some of you, I think that you're feeling like you wish your person would give you some kind of revelation. For some of you with this Knight of Cups, in terms of feelings, is you might be feeling like you want them to kind of come on this white horse and, present some kind of emotion that represents their truth in terms of their feelings. We also have, so on their end, we have Strength, Nine of Wands, and Queen of Cups. I see with Strength and Nine of Wands that this person could be a bit controlled right now in terms of their feelings. They might be trying to, I feel like there are loving feelings, honestly, because we do have the Queen of Cups and Strength here. So I do feel like this person really cares about you a lot more than they show, because Strength is all about hiding that inner beast, taming that inner lion, taming our demons. I see this card actually popping up a lot in the readings today, in this particular reading. So I think this is an energy that many people are going through right now. And that is just something that it seems like your person is doing in terms of their feelings, trying to contain themselves in some way. But the Nine of Wands, it's interesting because that sometimes can talk about, well, it's about the end of a journey, sort of. You're getting to the end of something, and it can start to feel difficult. This is the point where some people might self-sabotage, when things are getting a little bit too heavy. And we have Hammer here, which is funny because it says sabotage. So there could be a bit of self-sabotage on this person's part in terms of their feelings. Like they might get to a point where they sabotage by not showing their true feelings, by masking things. I do see that internally this person is a very loving and caring person. And you may see it in different types of actions. They may not always openly admit it or openly share, because there is sort of a defensive stance here in the Knight of Wands. A protective type of stance as well, and especially with Strength too. It's about trying to have a poker face, trying to be calm and in control. And so it's like this person, I think, in their feelings isn't really showing their true feelings in some way, and this could be like a form of sabotage. For others of you, it's like for others of you, it's like, I do feel like that there's a desire with that Hammer to work on things, to get things into a better place, like to continue growing. I mean, with the infinity symbol and the Strength card, it always reminds me of a connection that can't be broken. It's just something, it's like a soulmate connection. It's like, it'll always be there, even if you're not together, you're together or not. Do you know what I mean? You'll always be soulmates. You can't just break the connection. You can not talk and you can go your separate ways, but it's that thing that lingers, that connection that lingers. And yeah, in terms of feelings, though, I do feel like they find you to be very sweet and attentive in many ways as well. Yeah. So let's get into the song. So we have Crash Into Me, of course, like I mentioned. It's one of my favorite songs. Love this song so much. And let's see. So we're going to look at the lyrics. And the lyrics are, let's see if it'll focus. No? Yes? No? Come on. There we go. You got your ball, you've got your chain, tied to me, tie tight, tie me up again. Who's got their claws in you, my friend? Into your heart I'll beat again. Sweet like candy to my soul, sweet you rock and sweet you roll. Lost for you, I'm so lost for you. You come crash into me and I come into you. I come into you in a boy's dream. Oh my god. Lyrics are funny. Touch your lips just so I know. In your eyes, love, it glows so. I'm bare-boned and crazy for you. When you come crashed into me, baby, and I come into you, and it's like, if I've gone overboard, then I'm begging you to forgive me in my haste when I'm holding you so, girl, close to me. So there definitely is like a huge attraction here on both sides with this song. Of course, this song may not resonate with everyone, but I still like to take the songs because a lot of people like them. But yeah. Again, it says, hike up your skirt a little more and show the world to me. Hike up your skirt a little more and show your world to me. Oh, and I watch you there through the window and I stare at you. You wear nothing but you wear it so well. Tied up and twisted the way I'd like to be for you, for me. Come crash into me. You know, it's just kind of, it's like extreme attraction. And yeah, this person may be trying to tame some of those feelings that they have for you, like the attractive feelings, because that, yeah, the strength card can be about trying to tame the inner beast. So there could be some held back energy where you don't even know that they're so attracted to you, actually, right? And that's actually something too, is that the strength card can represent sexual attraction as well, with feelings. Yeah, because it is about, you know, trying to calm down that stuff. At times, so that indicates that it's there, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and I'm going to take a Lover's Oracle card, like for you, and let's see, what messages are there for those in this pattern for 3 regarding this connection. Whoa, that was crazy. That one totally flipped and flew. Well, it flew and then flipped. Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. So there's definitely some romantic feelings, I think, between the both of you. I feel like it is quite mutual, especially because of that Temperance card as the energy between you. It talks about flowing energies, you know, energies, emotions that are flowing together. So it says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. And then it says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. And then we had one that fell down. So let me try to get a hold of that. Okay, there we go. And we have wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So there could be some energy of needing to wait or feeling like there's a need to wait, especially on your person's on your person's end, in terms of their feeling that they have to like kind of like let it take its course. Maybe that's why they haven't really wanted to reveal some of their feelings, because they don't know if it's time yet, because they have such a controlled type of feeling right now, like they're trying to keep it under control. And then maybe this is just a message for some of you. So it says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Maybe that's an energy that they're trying to get into, to be more receptive to the connection. Because the Nine of Wands, like I said, could be a bit of a defensive card, a little bit of self-sabotage at times in the negative, on the, you know, the shadow aspect of it. But yeah, there could be a need of wanting to, you know, let those, like, I like it because it actually kind of fits the imagery here, is, you know, like letting these unwanted thoughts kind of go away, because they're trying to, you know, not sabotage. They kind of maybe want to rebuild things, if anything, but maybe in the past they have sabotaged. So take that as that resonates, of course. And then yeah, and then we have, yeah, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. For some of you, and this is going to be, I think, a specific message for some of you, so if it isn't your message, this person could be having, or you, having this new kind of idea about life. Perhaps you've gone through something, or they've gone through something recently that's kind of made them reevaluate, you know, life, you know, and realizing that, you know, when death can come at any time for some of you, and this is just for some of you, of course, but there could be that energy of thinking that, you know, life can end, and it's so important to be more open and receptive and to connect. You know what I mean? So that's just a message for some of you, as I mentioned. And then we have Cupid's arrow strikes. So there is some romantic feeling. There are romantic feelings here. I think on both sides. Really, because like I said, there is that flow between the two of you. As I mentioned, actually, in a personal reading recently, this card came up as the energy actually between them. I wonder if she'll choose this pile. That'd be hilarious. It can also indicate perhaps, with temperance, sometimes I can think of it as, good sex, because if you're old enough for that, okay? Because it can talk about, an exchange of emotions and fluid, and you know what I'm talking about. So I do feel like there's definite attraction here, okay? That's what I'm going to say, in a lot of the different cards that I'm seeing here. So yeah, that's what you've got. And I really hope that this reading gives you some kind of clarity about what's going on between you and your person. If it does, let me know that you picked pile number 3 so I can give your comment a heart. And of course, if you liked it, you can give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, subscribe. If you'd like to leave a request, do that too. If you'd like a personal reading, that's going to be down in the description box below. You can find it, so you can either purchase a reading through my Etsy store, which is linked below. And then, I have 1 question, 2 question, 3 question, 4 question readings, monthly insights, different types of readings, as well as I'm posting this and, filming this right now. Anyways, there are 6 Women's Day special readings left. So it's like the 2 question reading, but just with a discount. So it's the same thing. It was just a special I did for Women's Day. So there's that. And then as well, I have my wish list. So I have 2 Amazon wish lists. Anytime anyone gets me something off a wish list, I always do a reading as a thank you. Just be sure, if you do that option, to leave me an email or Instagram or something like that, so I know it's, so I know that it's you, so I can contact you. And then be sure to check your spam, because yeah, that's sometimes an issue. So yeah, I hope you all are staying safe and healthy out there. I wish you all the very best in your connection. Take care, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hi guys, so if you chose pile number 4 with the appetite, this is your reading. So let's see, what is going on between you and your person in terms of your feelings? So first of all, with the Bluebirds Tarot, we're going to start out with the overall energy between the two of you. So it's kind of like the mutual energy, which is the Death card, which talks of transitions and changes, perhaps endings. I love this shell here in the back. There's no bluebird in it. It's just a shell, which shows, either, new opportunities, new life, or breaking something kind of. So that's kind of the energy between you. Now we have the 4 of Hearts on your end. Let's see if I can get all these to fit. Because these are kind of big cards. The Jack of Spades, the 6 of Spades, and Passion. And then on their end, we have the 5 of Hearts, the King of Clubs, and the 8 of Diamonds. And we've got Addiction as well. And then we've got the song is Fall in Love by Barcelona. So that's the song. We'll get into the lyrics and stuff in a minute. So again, the Death card as the energy kind of between you two. I do feel like for many of you, this is a relationship that's going through some kind of transition period. Perhaps it's ended, or it's somehow in transition, okay? So whether that's an ending that's been kind of you've been going through, or maybe there's definitely some kind of shift going on between the two of you, especially in terms of your feelings. There's been some kind of shifts. So, take that as it resonates to your situation for sure. With the 4 of Hearts, I feel like on your end, you are being very careful in general with this connection in terms of your feelings. With the 4 of Hearts, it does depict, so this is a Jane Austen deck, right? And this shows, this is actually supposed to be Colonel Brandon from Sense and Sensibility. And it talks about, the key word with this one is contemplation. So it shows Colonel Brandon in contemplation, and, mentions that he's the silent, sensitive type, that is contemplative. So there's something about you that's perhaps a bit quiet, a bit withdrawn. Perhaps you're just thinking a lot about this connection. You're feeling like it's time to just kind of sit back in some way. You might not be taking much action right now because you're not sure maybe what to do or how to go about it. We have the Jack of Spades. So that's, a card about being a bit cautious, especially in this deck. It represents caution. And it does show, it's from Persuasion, this particular card, if you're familiar with the novel or the film. But Persuasion. So it talks about Mrs. Clay. So seems modest, but Anne senses her ambition and feels wary. So it can talk about wariness in terms of this connection, which is probably, again, why you're feeling a bit held back. Maybe you're not sure, especially for those of you where this was a past connection. I do feel like that you guys had a very addictive quality to each other. I see that on both sides here. So on your side, we have passion, on their side, addiction. So it does make me feel as if there's been some sort of dynamic between you that was quite passionate. And maybe that's why you're trying to be careful, because if it's been passionate in the past, then it sort of has gone weird. Maybe you're second guessing what you should do about this person, in terms of your feelings. Or perhaps you've been hurt in the past, and it's like you feel a lot of passion for this person, but you don't want to exactly act on it yet because maybe you haven't gotten over something that's happened to you previously. And because the six of Spades here talks about transition as well, about moving on into calmer waters, just like the Six of Swords. So it does seem like that you're trying to heal in some way, whether it's from this connection or previous connections, or just your own issues in which you find yourself to be very held back in terms of feelings at times. It's like even though there's this passion and you really like them and they're fun, there's just something about you that's still in the process of healing. Like I said, for some of you it'll be with this person. For some of you it could be your own insecurities, your childhood, or previous relationships. It's going to resonate differently with everyone. But there could be a fear on your end that even though you have all this passion, there just could be something that's a bit scary about it, because maybe you don't want to get hurt, or you are trying to move on in some way from this connection. And that's kind of where your heart's been lately. Now on their end, we've got the Five of Hearts, the King of Clubs, and the Eight of Diamonds. This person really wants to work on things, I feel like. I really feel like this person wants to make stuff happen together with you. We do have addiction here. So it says codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. It could be that this person is quite actually addicted to you. And even if you don't see it, I really feel like they are in some way. I feel like for many of you, this is kind of a complicated situation. We have the Five of Hearts, which is like the Five of Cups. So it says here, you pierce my soul. I am half agony, half hope. And this is actually a letter from Captain Wentworth. It's like a love letter from him in Persuasion. I think it is, right? I think it's Persuasion. And it's just kind of about his regrets, So there is regret here on this person's part, or some kind of agony that they're going through. It's like they really want this to happen. And maybe the energies are reversed here. Take that as that resonates or whatever, because I know sometimes people say, oh no, it felt like the energies are reversed. That could be the thing, but it seems like this person, you've had quite an impact on them emotionally and in terms of their feelings. And there is still this hope inside of them that this can all work out, that they can make it happen here, again with that magician energy here with the King of Clubs, which talks about, honing skills, trying to make something happen, make something manifest. And again, the Eight of Diamonds, which also kind of has a similar type of meaning, because it's about working on things, working together to get things done. It's like the Eight of Pentacles, right? So it's kind of like, again, in terms of a relationship, that would be like making things happen, working on it together. What are you doing, Snoopy? Kitty, kitty. My cat is like really climbing all over stuff. She found some bubble wrap. Yeah, you did. Were you gonna pop it? I hope not. Yeah, so sorry about that distraction. She was just distracting me with her bubble wrap. Walking on that. But yeah, it does seem like your person's really desiring. And it seems like maybe you're almost moving in a different direction. Or maybe you are, but maybe you just still need to heal a little bit before you pursue this. And maybe you've sent, and for some of you, this could be that you've given them some kind of rejection, and it's like, or you've told them, let's slow down, this is going too fast. And it's like, oh, it's killing them. So let's see. I want to go ahead and take some Lovers Oracle cards, and then we'll look at the song and see what, how you guys feel about the song. So let's see. What messages are there for Pound Number 4? We got one right away. Only time will tell. So it does seem like time is important in this connection, and how it's going to go forward. Let's see. Any messages for Pound Number 4 in regards to this connection? Whoops. There we go. So life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you'll be surprised where it leads. That kind of reminds me of the Six of Swords there. Or the Six of Spades. It is about kind of going through the flow and letting things go naturally. And then we have time again. You're trying too hard, give it time. It's funny, I'm getting a lot of similar messages in these readings today, or in this reading today in like the different piles, because time has been a factor in other piles as well. Sorry. Let's see what this card is. It fell out. So it says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. This could be just a message for you that if you give it time, this can come together in a better way, that this transition can happen. Again, it could be representing to feelings that, like, again, in your person's feelings on this end, it seems like there's still hope. It's like half agony, but half hope. So there's still hope that there can be something fixed in this, or that there can be a transition, or something that can be worked on. Like with more time, they could, break you out of the shell, or vice versa, honestly. And then we have, the song. So Fall in Love by Barcelona. I'm going to pull up the lyrics for you real quick so that we can look at those. So, we've been on for a minute. No more feeling alone. We're trying hard not to bruise it. Wow, okay, that could be the energy. Like trying to really make sure that this happens in the right way. That's for some of you, for sure. I said if forever's going to last, then we better find the same direction. That kind of reminds me of the direction. Like maybe you're trying to figure out what direction you're going in for some of you. And like or feeling where this is going, or what direction is this actually going in, because you know that there's some transition going on here. I've been gone for a minute. I've been out on the road, and the night got me thinking about lying in bed in the dark and the warm, and we're naked. Woo! Nice. I want you for so long. Tell me, is it so wrong? Even if we fall in love. I don't want to hold you down, dear. Trying to make it so clear. Yeah, I don't want to hold you down. There's something about that too here that I'm feeling. That lyric seems to really stick out to me. Trying to make it so clear, hoping that we fall in love. It's getting hard not to take it. I want to ask, but I don't. But it's time for me to face it. Keep telling myself, run away, don't chase it. That could be your energy here, there with that, and don't chase it. Because I feel like this person really wants to chase, but it's like your energy or this person's energy up here is like, don't, run away. Don't give up on me, baby. When I stumble along, when I act a little crazy, remember my love won't fade, you keep it blazing. I feel like that's your person's energy right there. I want you for so long, and then again, that's just the chorus. And it says, when you hold on to me, when you let me in, you better know that I got you under my skin. Ooh, you got me restless. I can't sleep alone. You better be waiting till I get home. It's a pretty sweet song. I like it. But I don't know. I feel like it resonates with some of what I'm seeing here. And yeah, let me know if you feel like this resonates. But that's what I'm seeing for you guys in terms of your feelings right now. I do see that, again, like a transition is going on between the two of you. For sure. I do feel like your person's quite into you, though. They're really attached. And I feel like you are too, but it's just like a careful energy. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe you can tell me why you're feeling that way. Maybe there's a particular reason, a past between you and this person, or maybe a past between, you know, you and your past. You know, what you've been through in the past that makes you a bit scared of this connection, or a little bit worried, or careful. But anyways, guys, that's what I'm seeing for you. So I'm gonna stop now, and I really want to wish you all very good health right now, especially with what's going on in the world. I hope that you all are taking care of yourselves, staying safe, and, you know, having lots of toilet paper, unlike some people named Lisa. Anyways, if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can do that down in the description box. So there's Etsy, so you can purchase a reading through Etsy. 1 question, 2 question, 3 question, 4 question, all kinds of questions. And then we have I have monthly insight readings and 6-month prediction readings, so all kinds of different readings. And then as well, by the way, there's my wish list. So I have 2 Amazon wish lists. If you purchase anything off my wish list, you always get a reading in return as a thank you, no matter what you buy, or how much you spend. It's just, you know, I feel thankful, you know, that you got me something. I give you a reading, that type of thing. Just make sure to leave your email or Instagram so I can contact you. And yeah, that's all, folks. I'm gonna stop here and go edit this so I can get it up for you guys. And I really do hope that you enjoyed it. If you picked pile number 4, let me know so I can give your comment a heart. And yeah, of course, if you want to let me know how it resonates, that's always amazing to hear. Okay, so take care of yourselves. Again, bye bye.